hostess, and this here may be tough to you. Snack cake to me, yeah, more hostess. This been overdue forever. Asked me when it was dropping, said never. Should've made you cut the feather, but I designed it Freemason Margiela.
What's goody, Shellitronnn here, the most woke, no joking. I'm back out again with a brand new video. And I'm gonna keep it up, Bowberry Biscuit. You tried, kid. You really tried, kid. Nothing personnel, but it had to be done. Now I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. We did what we like to do when we show up in games. We like to show up in games and then we like to show ourselves out of the game. It was disgusting. We had a 35-7 lead at one point. Bear in mind, a 35-7 lead at one point. It turned into a 35-14 game at the end of the half. We went to prevent defense and gave him a touchdown, honestly. O.J. Howard's touchdown was actually a pretty good one. I won't lie, the play calling was really good. Bootleg to the left, where you think the tight end is going to be pulling underneath the line to get a good block on the left side. He goes from the right side of the line to the left, pivots, turns back around, goes to the flat. How do you really play that when you see play action going to the left? You're probably thinking it's going to be a run there. Hard to cover it. O.J. Howard, he's the real deal. O.J. Howard and Adam Humphries? Tell me, I didn't know who Adam Humphries was. Let me tell you the truth right now. I did not know who Adam Humphries was. He was kind of like looking like John Brown for Joe Flacco today. He had 8 catches for 82 yards and 2 touchdowns. O.J. had 2 touchdowns as well. It kind of made sense because we shut down Donte Jackson, Mike Evans, and Cameron Brate. Those are the 3 big names. I guess O.J. Howard also, he's bigger than Cameron Brate at this point. But I think the 2 biggest worries were Donte Jackson and Mike Evans, and I'm trying to figure out why, and where, and how. From now on, when I think of James Bradberry, I might have to start calling him King James. Because this man is the King Slayer. This man finds the best wide receiver on everybody's team, shuts him down, and then sits on his throne. Julio Jones did not have a good game against him. AJ Green got hurt in the Bengals game. That's kind of tough. Then we play against Mike Evans, who is, by all accounts, we all understand what Mike Evans could be with a good offense, with a decent quarterback. We're not going to take away anything from Mike Evans and the ability he has, the size, the speed, the ability, just the talent, the raw talent he has. Mike Evans had 1 catch for 16 yards today. The first 3 passes of the game were all to Mike Evans, and the third went for interception. My man Eric Reed picked off Ryan Fitzpatrick and brought the ball all the way down to the 10. Those first few drives from the Panthers and Bucks were kind of just lackadaisical, honestly. It was a 3-and-out both ways. The Bucks got the ball back, or second best. Honestly, it's kind of hard to tell if Ryan Fitzmagic or Ryan Fitzpatrick or Ryan Fitztragic that comes out more often. I think it's about a 50-50 kind of decision. At the start of the game, he just clicks a switch, and when it always switches. Up is sometimes magic, down is sometimes tragic, and that's kind of what we got for the first half of the game from Ryan Fitzpatrick. It was not a good showing at all for him. Our defense was clicking on all cylinders. I don't know what to say. Offense was clicking, defense was clicking. Christian McCaffrey ended the game with 17 carries, 79 yards. Also, 5 receptions, 78 yards, 150 yards from scrimmage. This man, Christian McCaffrey, is out of his mind. I think I saw a stat that said our 2017 draft picks got 5 of the 6 touchdowns in this game. Christian had 2 on the ground. Curtis Samuel had 1 on the ground. Alex Arma had 1 on the ground. And Curtis Samuel had that high point catch in the middle of the end zone in the 4th quarter to really seal the game for us. In my preview video, I said it was going to be a 28-35 game going to the Bucks. Said it's going to be a shootout going both ways. But late in the game, it was going to be the Bucks that score. I wasn't too far off of what I thought would happen. Obviously, the roles are switched. But it ended up being 28-42. It's like the whole first half we were clicking. We did everything right. Cam was on. Chris McCaffrey was on. Our receivers. We shared the ball with literally everyone. And we had to look at what this man Norv Turner is drinking, eating throughout his day, what kind of air he's breathing, what kind of people was he around, because this man is crazy. This man is actually out of his mind with these play calls, the play design. How do you practice all these plays with so much pre-snap motion, so many different things? I remember there's a 2 set of plays back-to-back where we were in split close. That means there was 2 running backs in the backfield, 1 guy in the slot, and 2 receivers on each side. They weren't split out wide, though. They're kind of close to the line of scrimmage. We had Chris McCaffrey and C.J. Anderson in the backfield. They split out wide. They motion out, both go out wide. Cam snaps it. It's a double fake screen where Christian McCaffrey and C.J. Anderson don't move. They just turn to the inside and after they're going for a screen. And then we get a pass up the seam. I think it was DJ Moore who caught that ball there. And then the next play is a double reverse to Curtis Samuel. Who's running double reverses anymore? I don't even know what's going on in this man's mind, but whatever it is, keep thinking of it. I don't know how do you keep drawing up these crazy plays? He has a magic notebook where his hand just flows and just makes unstoppable plays that the defenses really can't do anything about. If it's a good defense, if it's a trash defense, Ravens and the Bucks, it doesn't matter who it is, both sides of the spectrum, they cannot stop this man Norv Turner's offense when we let him call the plays. And that's where the issue in the second half comes in, because I think that Ron told Norv, hey man, foot off the pedal. Let's just go play a little more conservative here, and we'll just do what we do. Try to keep this game in hand and try not to lose. Now, on one hand, it did look like we weren't playing too conservative, but we weren't being anywhere near as aggressive. Now, he came out of the locker room saying, we want to foot on the pedal, keep going, just win this game, don't stop any momentum we have. But let's be honest, the play calling, the execution, none of it was there to start the second half. We were not dialed in. That's really what it comes down to, and I did not see the number of crazy pre-snap motion, exotic kind of plays from our offense that we saw in the first half. We really looked like we wanted to give the Bucks a chance in the game. It's kind of sad to look at, but honestly, if you're a Panthers fan, this is something you gotta get used to. This is something you have to get used to as a Panthers fan, or even as a Hornets fan. But as a fan of any sport in Charlotte, you have to just understand it's always going to be the cardiac cats. It doesn't matter if we're up 40 in the game. You never know. And it's a really classic move to try to shoot yourself in the foot by using all 3 of your second half timeouts before you're even 4 minutes. And it's a really classic move trying to shoot yourself in the foot using all 3 of your second half timeouts before even being under 4 minutes in the third quarter. Telling me, oh my, it was something different. I was getting really worried when we had not a single timeout left, and it looked like the Bucks were just getting serious. We like to let our opponents sneak back in the game. Sometimes they actually get it done. Other times we wake up like, whoa, okay, wait, they just scored on us. Let's go ahead and wait. Are we playing football still? Let's just go ahead and boop, boop, boop up the field. Curtis Samuel makes a touchdown. It's back to being a 2-score game, and we're pretty safe the rest of the way. And there's a lot of things to praise here. Obviously, the run game is working well. The pass game is working amazingly. And this is what the Panthers' offense and defense should look like. Everyone on the D-line contributing. Everyone on defense, from the linebackers and back contributing. Everyone has some really good looks. Even Captain Munderland. Honestly, him as a nickel blitzer on the field, he's fast enough. When we bring pressure, he's always in the backfield. He's always around. He can tackle still. I'm just not really a big fan of his coverage skills. Not anymore. I think Shaq Thompson did a really good job in coverage, and I think we can do a little bit better in other places. But Captain Munderland is really good in rushing the quarterback. I think that's where his skills really shine for us. Not sure what's happening with Corn Elder, but if we're still putting Captain Munderland on the field getting cooked, I can only imagine what Corn Elder's development is looking like right now. But I want to say a sentence here that I really want to know your opinion on in the comments below. Donte Jackson has just been named Defensive Rookie of the Year. How does that sound to you? How will that sound to you in a few months? That sounds to me like something that's going to happen. 4 picks in 8 games. There was a graphic on the telecast showing that he hadn't had more picks in his 3 years at LSU. Which we all know there's no such thing as defense in college football. Let's be honest, there's not any kind of defense at all that's played in college football, especially in the SEC, let's be honest. But he has an eye for the ball. He's kind of short. He's not that, built. He's not that big, but he can catch a ball. He can find the ball, track it, and catch it. This man, Donte Jackson, is the real deal. I want to see more out of Rashawn Gallman. I don't know what's happening with him. We really have been hitting on these draft picks lately. The one thing I would criticize is our consistency. And that's what it's really been for the last several years. Can the Panthers stay consistent? Can we string together 3 straight quarters of good football? A full 4 quarters, a full game would be nice, but can we just string together 3 full quarters, 3 quarters straight of solid football where we're being serious? Now, we won this game by 14, obviously, but you don't want to have to get a situation where you're up by 28 points and then your opponent comes back and they're only down 7 and you're actually sweating in a game with the Bucks. And Ryan Fitzpatrick, I mean, he was 24 for 48. He had like 250 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And honestly, it's those interceptions that got him. He was doing pretty well. Those interceptions got him. Ken was 19 of 25, 247, 2 touchdowns. That's a 76% completion rate. And he's really making it look like, you guys shouldn't have doubted me when I said in the preseason, he said he thinks that he can get upper 60s, maybe even 70s for his completion percentage this year. I ain't gonna lie, bro. When I hear someone say something outlandish that they've never shown they had the aptitude to do before in their life, I have a tendency to doubt it. And I think it's kind of crazy if you just blindly believed lower 70s for Cam out of nowhere after he's only had a 60% completion rate once in his career. Was it maybe twice? I know his rookie season. Did he have that in his 2015 season? I thought that was 58%. A 10% raise in accuracy sounded crazy at first, but not anymore. 76% against this defense, against any defense, is still really impressive. And I think our team is well on its way to being considered one of the best in the league. We have to be top 5. The Panthers have to be top 5 at this point. 6-2. The Saints got to lose to the Rams tonight, and they'll be 6-2 as well. I think this team is situated in a really good spot. We have to go on a short week and play the Steelers on Thursday. That'll be an interesting matchup for us again, but I really do think this team is ready. I think we're ready for a playoff run, and we can win this division. Honestly. Either way, man, what do you guys think about the game? What are your takeaways? What do you see in the game? Did I miss anything? Let me know in the comments below. And you already know to do with that like button.
Cheers to you, appreciate the chance. Being told y'all I been the man. Being told y'all I had the gift. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Real ones gonna recommend. Count this as another win.